Alright, so got caught in the air holes. Before I start going in this video, excuse the sniffles, excuse the stuffy nose. It's cold. It's April 1st. Happy April Fools, everybody. I got my 560 here all done and restored, right? So today I am working on this 560 because, well, later part of today it became nice out. Clear skies, wind died down. It's starting to get cold now because the sun's going down. Never mind, the sun has gone down. But yeah. So I figured I'd work on the 560 here in what I like to call the summer shop, because it's just an open face building with a concrete flooring. So it's nice in here when it's not windy. So excuse me. So I figured I'd take advantage of this, and I decided I'm going to start working on the hydraulic remotes on this tractor, which are seized up. Oh, that's just a play that's in there, but they are seized up. This one I saw the linkage on because I couldn't get it off, but yes. So I took the tower off, fuel tank assemblies off. That's behind me in the other next to this building. And yeah, so this tractor had a lot of water in the rear end, so I'm assuming something got water in there and froze up or something. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is, I don't really want to take these blocks out because I tried doing that one a month ago and it didn't work that well. So I'm hoping maybe I can just take these caps off here, and maybe I had the fronts off already. You can see my makeshift gaskets there. And I think they wanted like 13 or 15 bucks a piece for them gaskets, so I made my own. But anyway, I'm hoping I can just take them apart the way they are. I should be able to, I think. And then either rebuild them or do what I need to do there. So, but I got the top here off, and you can definitely tell there's some water and residue in there. But I ran diesel fuel through the rear end in this thing. This shop's a mess. Do you guys want to start a GoFundMe for a nice shop? That'd be nice of ya. But anyway, I ran diesel fuel through the system on this tractor, and that cleaned it out pretty well because there was quite a bit of crud just in the rear end in general. So I ran hydraulic fluid through it, and it helps me find all the leaks. I know I already talked about it, but there's a crack up in here. I know I talked about that already, but this has got to get replaced. But there's more to do with the steering up here, because well, you guys aren't going to see it on camera, but there's a lot. That's the worst shimmy I've ever seen in a front end. So it's deadly to drive in fourth gear going 6 miles an hour, let alone road gear. So that's got to get dealt with. But first things first, I figured I already had the tower torn apart because I was working on electrical. So I was like, well, before I continue on with that, I might as well continue on with my hydraulic problems here and get that figured out, get them all said and done. So yeah, that's what's going on with that right now. But so in reality, this thing did not have any hydraulics going out the rear. Okay, never mind. This first one goes out to the rear. This middle one here, it probably never really got used, because unless you had a loader on it or something. But so the first outlet remote there shared the front side here and the back. So yeah, that's what was going on there. But that's what I'm up to on this thing, and I plan on not really doing a restoration on this tractor, but I'm gonna work on it throughout the summer here and hopefully get all the kinks out of it. The engine has so far been good. It's had a fresh overhaul on it, and it's just been an in-frame overhaul, because you can see it's got probably original frost plugs on it. So as of right now, I have no reason to do anything with the engine, and I'm not planning on doing anything with the engine, but I'm probably gonna go through, do what I know needs to be done, which right now is hydraulics, the steering, and there's a coolant leak on the other side when it gets pressurized. And I gotta deal with the fast hitch here, because that's all hobble-cobbled together. That's hobble-cobble. There's all kinds of hobble-cobbling going on. So I'm going to get that dealt with. Different seat. And then basically just make sure there's no leaks on it, which as of right now, other than the crack in the power steering up there, there's no leaks. Obviously, I'm going to replace those hydraulic hoses there and maybe that big line there just so it's done. But I don't know yet. And it needs a clutch. That's the biggest thing, is it needs a clutch. Which honestly I should do. Well, the tractor's ready to split, except for, that's not true. I gotta remove the power steering lines. And this throttle here needs to get moved. Then I think then it's ready to split. Yeah. Because the steering's all disconnected. I just gotta disconnect the power steering lines, which I might get Dad's help for a little bit and have him help me do this, but put splices in right here in both of these lines, so if I ever have to split it again, there's splices here and here, so I don't have to take it off either up there or back here. So just make life a little easier. But yeah, probably get a clutch. I don't know about pressure plate yet, but it needs a clutch for sure. So, but that's what's going on here at my 560, and we're gonna walk down to the lower shed and look at the 400 quick. Okay, so we're down here in the garage now, and you guys can't smell, but if you could, you would smell that it reeks like primer in here. So I've been working on getting miscellaneous parts primed up, throwing primer on them, and I'll flip you guys around. I started on the fender here. It took me like 20-25 minutes to get that half of the fender done. There's just so much paint. There wasn't a lot of paint on there, it's just caked on there. But I started throwing primer on pieces like this. This is the dasher, and I never really noticed that, but you can see there's some good denting going on there, which I don't know if I'll do anything about that. I don't know. But, you know, that's something that I didn't notice beforehand. And then I got some odd and end stuff here, oil filter housing, and I didn't really cover up the backside there, but I'll have to go through with a wire brush and just kind of clean that up a little bit. And the governor and air cleaner and odds and ends and covers and fans. So that's what I've been working on here, and I actually did throw a little bit of primer on the tractor just because I took the wire brush at some spots and I was starting to get rust, so I threw some primer on there, just I guess mainly for craps and giggles. But yeah, so the tractor's getting close. I mean, I still got places like right here where the jack stands were on both sides to go through with the wire wheel. But it's been pressure washed for the last time. There's odds and end places, like right in here, where I got to take a wire brush to knock that grease off. That's just caked on there. So, just to get it looking as good as I possibly can. But this tractor is getting close. But I'm not going to paint the tractor inside. I shouldn't be painting what I am inside, but it's fine. I'm not getting overspray on anything. And I got a piece of canvas there, not really canvas, tarp to protect Grandma's car. But the tractor itself is going to get painted outside. So I will most likely maybe take the cast centers off the rim and paint them. I don't know for sure yet what I want to do there. But these front tires, I got new tires for them up in the shed, so I'll take them rims off and paint them separate. But yeah, so I got pretty much everything I want pulled off. I'm going to leave the fuel tank on, and I more than likely will pull the starter off just to get underneath it as good as I can. That's the main reason I did not keep the belt pulley on, because I didn't want it on, really. I'm never going to use it. And that came off a Junker 560 out back, so anyway, needs a belt pulley. There's a belt pulley sitting right there. But I didn't want to put it back on because I wanted something to cover this up, obviously, while I'm painting it, and there's no way I would have been able to get in here or whatever, so I just decided to do away with it. So, but that's what's going on with the 400 here. We are making progress, slowly but surely. Not setting any records by any means, but so that's what we're up to there. I still got to do some decide. I don't know what I want to do with the seat here, because it's got your typical wear. I could put new bushings in here or maybe pins or something. I don't know yet. I really haven't looked into it. I got a new spring. I don't think this one actually really needs it because it's pretty stiff, but I'll probably put it on there anyway just because I got it. and have that one for a spare or something. But yeah, so, and the paint I'm going to be using is right here, just your typical Napa 135 IH. So, Martin Seymour, that should do me fine. I've been told, I haven't been told, but I've heard from a handful of people that it's very forgiving and easy to deal with, especially for someone like me that's really never used a paint gun before. And myself a new paint gun. It's brand new. It's nothing crazy. It's just an Ingersoll Rand. Something that I can use rather than having to use my dad's and breaking his or something. But yeah, once I get these fenders stripped, I'm going to pull sheet work in and start stripping that. Start throwing primer on them, more than likely. And then the tractor, like I said, I'll probably get a can of Martin Seymour stuff, more than likely. And I'll do the tractor with that. Because what I'm doing the oddball stuff with right now is just I got some rattle cans. I can't remember what brand that is. We can go look right now. I'm looking at the can. But, yeah. Oh, I guess it's Seymour. You guys can't see more. I don't know if that's Martin Seymour. No, that's just Seymour. But, yeah. And I also decided, since it's my tractor, I painted the dash piece here black. And as you can see, it's not the best because I just got a cheap can of paint, but got a little bit of runs there too. This stuff is really runny. I found that out. That Seymour stuff, that is very forgiving as well. That turned out great. I literally slapped it on there, and there's not a single run anywhere. It looks amazing for given the job I did with it. So, yeah. But I don't know what I'll do with the dash piece here. I might do one more coat over top of it just to try to get the look as good as I can. But like I said, it's just this cheap Farm and Fleet paint, Rust-Oleum gloss black. So, but I figured I'd be different and paint the dash black. And I got my dash for my 560 down there too, which I'm gonna paint black too because I'd rather those look way better when they're black than they do when they're gray. So that's all I got for now. I'm getting ready to go take the girlfriend out for dinner. So hopefully you guys are having a good one. So I'll come back to you if I have another video to put up with this. So talk to you in the next clip, I guess. Alright, so welcome back to Turner Farms, and well, I can't do a preview. So I'm gonna show you what I have acquired this week. And this potential acquirance might lead into other things. I don't know yet. Well, I don't know. But I'm going to flip you guys around here and show you what I got to deal with now. So it is Sunday, April 23rd out, and it's warmer now, right now, than it's been all day. And as you guys know, we are a red farm. There's a red tractor there. That's not one of ours. Neither is this one, but as you guys all know, we are a red farm. So what I'm about to show you guys will be a shell shocker, but here she blows. The forbidden brand. The disease. It's a John Deere. I didn't say that, did I? So you can see it's a John Deere 1010 loader with a backhoe. I think it's a 510 backhoe or 510 loader. I can't remember which one. I believe one of them is a 510, but I just got the tractor running probably an hour ago. And it's the first time it's ran in probably 10 years. I cleaned the carb, filed the points, and off she went with her day. But that fuel tank in there, is really bad. It's rusted terribly. But John Deere's stupid, and they ran their drive shaft for their steering right through the fuel tank up to the front. So I took the hood off, and I seen that. I was like, yeah, not right now. I just wanted to get it running to see if it would run, see if the loader works, if the backhoe works, which they do, but the tractor's low on hydraulic oil, and I haven't yet figured out where to add hydraulic oil yet. But it runs, and it actually runs really good, being how much rust is in the system. Yeah. Actually, it might pop off right now. But it's a 12-volt system, but it's got positive ground. So here we go. I don't want to run it too long because I got the gas shut off because, amongst other issues, the gas is overfilling again, probably because it's got rust stuck in there. Imagine that. But, yeah. So, I got this thing. I got a really good deal on this thing, so it was something I couldn't pass up. It's something I will probably keep because it's, well, the backhoe works, which every function worked. It's just it's a front drive hydraulic pump, and it was whining like a son of a gun. So it's low on hydraulic oil. So if I can figure out how to add hydraulic oil, I think it'll do really good. Loader raises real quick. This lift cylinder here's got not a hell of a leak, but it's got a good leak. Yeah. Like I was saying, it's 12 volt positive ground. The previous owner nicely wrote that on there. Yeah, and this thing sat inside, as you can tell, it's packed full of dust. Yeah. But I just brought it home yesterday. But yeah. It's definitely different. But it's cool. It's got a pretty decent sized backhoe on it. I don't mind it. And you can see Brant, frickin' probably Ronnie. Oh, I don't even know what that is. That's not a four-wheeler. Oh, Gator. It's Ben. Anywho, the boys are up there riding around. But yeah, I think it's a pretty decent little thing. So, I think I'll keep it around, even though it is Deere. Like I said, it's a backhoe. We'll use it. I might build a house someday, and I might need this for digging water lines or something. Yeah, it's fairly well. I think it's got like 5,600 hours on the tach, the hour meter, but yeah, so I don't know what this ordeal here is. It's like some sort of oil overflow. Unless that's your fill, I don't know. I got all the books on it, like literally everything, like everything you need to know and I have it on book. So I just got to do some reading on it. But yeah, sorry if it's a little dark out. It's about 8 o'clock at night, but this thing's got some pretty big rams. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, the bushings don't seem to be that bad in it. Somebody had clamp-on duals on it at one time. But it is a gasser, obviously. So, I don't know. It's a Deere, but I guess if it gets the job done, I don't really care. And it's paid for. So, yeah. That's all I got to say about it for now. I don't know how big of a buck it has on it or anything, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's something we wouldn't use much, but it's something, we have one. It's pretty nice to have. So, I mean, we have a 3-point mounted backhoe, but God, that thing's a nightmare. That thing's wore out. So this will be nice. I just don't know where I'm going to park it, because there's no room in the sheds or anything. So, yeah, that's what's up there.